Go!
Prepare yourself for a day of the most impressive jousting, eye-popping sideshows, and the mightiest combat you've ever encountered.
Good morrow, my quixotic comrades! I'm Khavalier!
And I'm Twiz.
Okay, that's our new cold open. We're doing that from now on. This part's called I Just Wadded. All over myself. So I figured it out. This deck is really weak to aggressive decks, I'm pretty sure, because you have to kind of wait a long time. I think I figured out the ultimate strategy when handling aggressive decks.
You think?
Okay, I think so. I think this is the best. This is the best way to handle it.
I watched this one live, and I don't remember it.
Well, don't worry. It is quite impressive what happens. I make some serious plays here.
Did you?
Yeah, it's fucking pretty crazy. Watch. Here we go.
Okay, watch it.
I shut him down pretty fucking quickly. Come on, you bastard. I'm trying to remember. What's his first play? Come on, Max. Gamer. It's like Max with an X. Dumbass. Alright. Here it comes. Get ready for the shutout. That's it. That's it. That's what you gotta do.
Wow.
To be fair, that was a really good play. That Earthshock would have been a really good play. But yeah, I don't know. That's the first game that I recorded this week. So, it's off to a good start, I suppose. Okay, well, now that kind of goofy one's out of the way, we can talk a little bit more slowly, and I don't have to sound like a car salesman. Holy fucking Christ. What was that?
Do you want a beer?
Do you smell toast? Oh yeah, I left this one in. Yeah, this one. I think I left this one in specifically because it shows that sometimes you just have to play Overload, and that can be really effective. Also, very low level stuff. I'm really disappointed. I'm gonna include it at the end of the video. But my final, I don't know. Do I go? I don't think I do it in this video. No, I don't. I got to rank 15, and I was there for 2 games, and then suddenly the internet started acting up, so I started having a lot more problems, like keeping stuff. Like, I was hanging up whenever I'd play, like, you know, it wouldn't give you the option and that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And it just kept doing that over and over again, and I basically lost because of that, and I was really pissed off. But, yeah. Anyway, this is the Gilgamesh. That's a funny kind of thing. So yeah, that's why I'm leaving this in here. This is pretty cool. It's interesting. Anyway,
Doesn't he just do coin here to get the...
Yeah. I was gonna let it happen first, but yeah.
I was trying to remember. I'm sorry.
No, I know. Fucking universally shit plays. That's all this has been. This entire thing is just universally shit plays. There's no reason to blow a coin just for that. I know he was trying to give it something to trade into, but it's pretty easy to do 1 damage, even for shamans. It's not that fucking difficult.
Actually, insanely easy for shamans.
It's easier for shamans to do 1 damage than it is for them to do 2 damage.
Yeah.
I think I would make that supposition because this kind of shit too. I don't know. Like Wind Fury, not Wind Fury. Rockbiter does 3. There's that Wind Fury weapon that does 2, but it actually does 4. Realistically, it's really hard to do 2 damage with shaman. Yeah, that's funny. I don't know. So yeah, anything you want to talk about this week?
Do we have time to talk about it this
I mean,
week?
we can start it in this one.
We can start it in this one.
Yeah.
I read something interesting.
Oh, there. That's Overload plays. Always play your Overload before you pull Lava Shock. Because then it unlocks the crystals. Even the ones that are coming. Anyway.
Yeah.
Go on. South by Southwest happened. Well, I
Oh.
don't know if it happened, but there was a thing with that.
Oh yeah, South by Southwest was having a panel about sexism in gaming.
We should know more about South by Southwest since we're into the whole Austin thing.
We should.
Anyway.
But I guess the little background is there's a huge uproar not only about abuse, emotional abuse of women in gaming.
Is that what it's about? Emotional?
Well,
basically they were featuring panels about sexism, and they got threats from. I don't know if they ever figured out who it was or anything.
I don't know. They didn't say who in all the articles I read.
Right. It was just like a general, you know.
Yeah, they were.
There's a bomb, blah blah blah, kind of threat.
But basically,
sorry, I was watching that.
But the only clues that I have to anything are it's basically the people who deny that sexism in gaming happens. So probably
Well, I didn't get any of that. I just got those people that didn't want to talk about it, essentially. Like,
well, the ones that don't want to talk about it are the ones that I want to bring it to light.
Well, they're the kind of people that, like... Oh, man. Earthshock gets so good right here.
Oh, yeah.
They're the kind of people that say, well, I don't think racism's real. I've never experienced it. Like one of those kind of things. I'll give you that. That's what it sounds like, yeah. Oh, they're going to be so pissed.
They were.
I know, I'm watching it again, and I'm thinking probably the same thing I thought at the time of, oh, they're going to be so pissed. So pissed.
So yeah, South by Southwest canceled the panel.
And because of that, what BuzzFeed, I know,
pulled out. That's all I know so far. BuzzFeed was a supporter of South by Southwest.
Apparently a pretty big one.
Yeah, and they pulled out because they felt that this information, regardless of, who agrees with it. Regardless of who agrees with it, how true it is, whatever, it feels like that these people should get voices, and
oh, sure,
and it should be discussed. And
it is kind of ironic that they're taking away the voice of people who are probably going to make an argument that there's no voice for certain people.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's interesting. I guess the models that you put
I guess because
forward,
I'm a woman gamer, maybe
woman gamer.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I don't know. That doesn't ring very well to me.
Oh,
Somebody says,
conceded.
Yeah, I want that.
Okay.
The phrase "woman gamer," I don't know, it doesn't sound good. Like I like gamer girl and all that. I'm okay with all that, but I don't know. We'll talk about the next one. But yeah, I don't know. Just woman gamer just doesn't have. That sounds, I don't know, too businessy. It's that's completely a tactile. Tactile? I keep saying tactile when I don't mean tactical. Tactile. It's completely when something is by feel. Like it's not by a measured. You do this, then this,
empirical?
then this.
No, it's not
the opposite of empirical.
How many times do we have this
I
conversation?
don't know. It's really fucking crazy, isn't it? I should pause the video and go check it right now, and then just actually in the editing just pause the video while I go and do stuff and come back. No, shit, I can't think of what it is. But yeah, whatever the antonym for empirical is. Woman gamer doesn't sound. It sounds dumb to me. It would be the same as saying I'm a male gamer. I don't like that either. I don't like the. It sounds like market people talk, and I hate market people. I don't know. I don't know if that's just because I watch too much old comedians, or which sounds like I'm talking about a show. I've watched too much of older comedians. Who was that guy who died of liver cancer a long time back? John. Oh man, that's bad. I shouldn't just be doing these names. But he had a real big thing about like, oh, he's after that's smart. Right? Bill Hicks, not John. Bill Hicks. He's like, oh, Bill's smart there. He's after the fuck the market people dollar. Like, fucking die, you piece of shit. I don't know. That's a skip for me. Never mind. Man, I just looked at the screen. That is a hell of a turn, too.
I have something
I wish I
like
had.
to add
there
about
we go.
Flame Imp, and that, what, I don't know. It's
you
not...
have a very distinct something to say about Flame Imp?
I do, actually.
Okay.
Because I created a damage/draw deck for Warlock, because you have those cards now that you get plus attack and health for every card you discard, and you have that
overload buffs like elemental or whatever.
Yeah, stuff like that. I made one of those decks just to see how it will work. Terribly, by the way, very terribly.
Well,
I went 0-5 with it.
You have to play it a certain way.
I went 0-5 with it. But the last game that I played before I decided to just scrap it completely and make my mech Warlock was I was playing a mage, and I actually got that combo that they just played where they, was it Demon? Go over and see what they attached to, the flame. They put something on the flame.
You want to think about that real quick?
Oh, right, yes.
You just told me to mouse over a video.
I'm sorry. But they
Demon Fuse?
It's
like Demon Fuse.
Yeah, it's like Demon Fuse. I did that, got a 5/4 Flame Imp. The mage played Arcane Missiles.
Yeah.
It was turn 3, so they had 3 mana. So now they have 2 mana. All 3 missiles hit
the imp.
Hit the imp, and then they pinged it away.
Yeah, this sucks. So I'm including this in here. Oh, I got so lucky with that top deck.
Yeah.
I put this match in here, one, because I only recorded 3 things. I was lazy this week. I wasn't lazy, I had shit to do. I went and saw movies and shit.
Woo, movies!
I never have fucking...
We could talk about movies.
Sounded like you said boobies.
Oh, well, boobies are good too.
Boobies are, yeah, they're wooable. Oh god, that's a chair. I put this one here because this is, I think that this is actually a really good matchup because this Malygos deck is really good at putting out 18, 20 damage in one turn, but you have 30 damage, 30 HP, so you have to get through the first 10 pretty easily, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool playing against a Warlock like this that doesn't mind injuring themselves a little bit because you can just kind of, snap them right there at the end, and they're like, well, I'm fine. I'm 15 HP up, or I'm 20 HP up, and blah, 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 blah. And as Trump said, when you play this kind of deck, it's kind of an art of I was indicating that I'm trying to set it up for Lightning Storm next turn.
I remember getting mad at you about that because you went back earlier to try to indicate something when you were recording an earlier game that you lost, and you crackled yourself.
Oh yeah, I crackled my fucking shitty ass. I was in the other room, so I had my shitty equipment, so I had a really crappy mouse, and it just didn't track well. I was pissed. Anyway, you pissed me off again talking about it, and I don't remember anymore. Fuck me.
You have to.
Dark Mob?
That's the thing you have to do when you're playing this hand, is you have to get so low, but you're gonna.
Trump said it's kind of like the art is the art of this. Is that actually? Okay, sorry. I just had a Skype notification. I was like, wait, is that in the video or is that for real?
Is this real life?
It could just be fantasy. Okay, damn, I need to focus.
Okay, focus.
The entire point of this deck, this deck, the way it plays is that you want to lose one turn before your opponent, basically. You basically have to play it so that you're almost dead when you kill them. And that is so fucking true. That was a really, really keyboard clear I just made. Again, gotta fucking get those overloads in there, man. I almost used my mouse to indicate. You gotta get those fucking overloads in there. Anyway, we can move on from that now. We don't have a lot of time left. We got like 4 minutes left. But
talk about movies.
Yeah. So what we saw that shitty Paranormal Activity one.
The new Ghost Dimension.
Right. Specifically, well, I said the shitty one. Like there's.
Yeah. Like there's
multiple, or like there isn't
them.
shitty ones. Yeah. Yeah, and then we went to go see The Martian, which. Let's just do Paranormal Activity quick, because I fucking. Yeah.
Okay.
We went to go see it because we saw the first one in theaters. And that's the only two we've ever seen in theaters, right?
We saw the 1, 2 in theaters because 2 we went with my family because they wanted.
Right.
And then so I figured they're pitching this as the last one, so I figured let's go see it in theaters. We went for a matinee, which
thank God.
Yeah, guys.
I will say about it, the visual effects. I hope it was handled by at least two different, like, not departments, but 2 different teams, because the effects of the demon, or for the demon, fucking fantastic. It was beautiful. It looked like fucking Sauron if he was like a greaser. Yeah. Fucking amazing.
Imagine if anyone knows Fern Gully.
Yeah, it looked a lot like the oil monster.
The oil monster, which is terrifying. Yeah. That oil monster is terrifying.
Yeah, it's not great.
Maybe Tim Curry's voice helps a little bit.
Right, yeah, that's a lot of it. Imagine the oil monster in a corset with ruby red lipstick.
Oh God.
But then the rest of the effects were so shitty and heavy-handed, and
everyone knows the first one because it was such hype when it came out that you know how slow the build-up was.
Well, I don't know if they do, but yeah, it was a slow build-up, and none of the other ones have had that same.
And an hour and a half, because they've all been about an hour and a half long, and in an hour and a half, you could feel the build-up.
Face Draxus. Oh, yeah. Face Draxus. Sorry, go on.
This one you said it too, it moved way too quickly into the activity. It was like, I see this thing, now it's a sludge monster, now...
It moved even faster than... What was that one we just saw? With it's the third one, and we saw the first one with Tiny Tim Demon.
Insidious.
Yeah, we just saw this Insidious 3 not too long ago, and it moved even faster than Insidious 3, which I thought was a little fast, but not terrible. I will say, I don't know why, but when I was laying in bed last night trying to go to sleep, I thought of the demon waving from Insidious 3, which is the only scary part from that, because it's creepy. It's super creepy. Yeah. And I thought about that, and I was just like, oh, that's weird. What did I just think about that? And I kind of laid in bed for like another 10 minutes, just like, well, I'm not looking around the room. I have a horrible fear of darkness, though, too, so that doesn't help. I'm sure it stems from, I don't know. I was going to make a raisin joke there, but I can't think of how to tie that one in. But yeah, I just fucking yeah, I was like, nah, not cool. But yeah, it moved a little bit fast, or well, a lot faster than that, I think. And it just, I don't know, man. It was weird.
I was. They're still scary to me because I actually do fear that kind of thing. But how many times did we laugh more than
Oh yeah, because it was comical. It was so over the top.
I cowered 2 or 3 times. You said one scene really got
Yeah,
you.
there was one. It was a really good jump scare.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't that shitty like jump scare where it was only for the audience, where none of the characters see it. It was actually like, oh fuck me, that was actually really good timing, and so on and so forth. I don't know. Anyway, we talked about it too much. It's more than it deserves.
Oh yeah.
But whatever. We're gonna go see The Martian too, though, which was my idea. I'm not gonna go into it because I'll overtalk the episode. But you got about a minute. You want to talk about The Martian?
Fucking fantastic.
You liked it?
I did.
For somebody who doesn't do sci-fi,
no,
like at all, you're a hard no on sci-fi. You're pretty much a fantasy person, right?
Yep.
You're more into like Lord of the Rings and that kind of stuff. I'm not saying I'm not either, but
yeah.
Demon Heart, is that the one you were talking about earlier? Demon
No,
Heart?
no,
Okay.
no,
Well,
no,
it was
no.
Demon Fuse then. Moving on.
I think Demon Fuse is the one that gives your opponent a mana crystal. There's one other card that does it, and I can't think of what it's called right now. It's deal 2 damage to a minion. If that minion is a demon, give it +2/2.
So right now, because of that buff, and then I think there's another buff coming, though it doesn't really matter, I have to top deck a damage. Otherwise, I'm basically fucked. Yeah, there's Demon Fuse.
That's not it.
Okay. I basically have to top deck Crackle. Motherfucking yeah. So overall,
Because you have Harry on the field.
yeah, good or bad?
Good.
It's
good. Very good.
You should go
Very
see it. You're gonna read the book, right?
I'm gonna read the book now. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, guys. Well, that's been an episode. I don't want to have black screen at the end of this one. Oh God, no! I was gonna.
Bye.
Yeah, there you go. I'm just gonna include all this in there so it looks like we were dumb.
Come in and shut the door. It's cold out there. Job's done.